Imagine standing on the edge of a spacecraft. Below you is the largest planet in our solar system, Jupiter. Now imagine taking one step forward. No spaceship, no parachute, no rescue, just you, falling forever. At first, it almost feels peaceful. The planet looks beautiful. Soft clouds, warm colors, endless skies. It doesn't look dangerous. But appearances can be deceiving, because Jupiter isn't just another planet. It's a world where almost every law your body depends on begins to fail. Jupiter is so enormous that more than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Its gravity is over 2.5 times stronger than Earth's, and you're already being pulled faster every second. Unlike Earth, there's no mountain, no ocean, no continent. Waiting below, only clouds. Clouds that stretch for thousands of kilometers. You pass through the highest clouds. Sunlight still reaches you. Everything feels almost normal for now. Then, the clouds begin changing. They grow darker, thicker. The peaceful descent is over, because you've just entered the largest atmosphere of any planet in our solar system. And the deeper you go, the less likely you're ever coming back. Ahead, a storm begins to appear. Not just any storm. The largest storm humanity has ever seen. Then, you finally see it. The Great Red Spot, a storm so enormous it could swallow Earth whole. This storm has been raging for at least 350 years, long before airplanes, long before electricity. It has never stopped. The winds here reach over 600 kilometers per hour, far stronger than the most violent hurricanes ever recorded on Earth. If the winds don't destroy you, something else will. Lightning. Jupiter produces the most powerful lightning in our solar system. Some bolts carry hundreds of times more energy than lightning on Earth. You survive the storm, but something feels different. The air around you is becoming heavier. Unlike Earth, where the atmosphere gets thinner as you climb, Jupiter does the opposite. The deeper you fall, the thicker the atmosphere becomes. Your suit begins warning you. Pressure increasing, temperature rising. Every kilometer makes survival less likely. Then comes the terrifying realization. You've already fallen hundreds of kilometers, yet you still haven't found the surface, because Jupiter doesn't have one. And what's waiting below is far stranger than anyone imagined. The deeper you fall, the stranger Jupiter becomes. The hydrogen around you is no longer behaving like a gas. The pressure has become so extreme that hydrogen, the lightest element in the universe, is being squeezed into a liquid. Keep falling, and something impossible happens. The liquid begins conducting electricity. Hydrogen has become metal. Not metal like iron, not metal like steel. A completely different state of matter that doesn't exist naturally anywhere on Earth. This enormous ocean covers almost the entire planet. It may be over 40,000 kilometers deep, deeper than every ocean on Earth combined. As this metallic ocean moves, it generates something extraordinary, a magnetic field 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. If your suit had somehow survived the pressure, the radiation wouldn't. Jupiter's magnetic field traps deadly particles, moving close to the speed of light. Long before you ever reach the center, those particles would destroy every electronic system, keeping you alive. But imagine, somehow, you continue falling through thousands of kilometers of crushing pressure. Finally, after an impossible journey, you approach the greatest mystery inside Jupiter, its core. For decades, scientists believed Jupiter hid a massive, solid core, a giant ball of rock and metal buried beneath the crushing pressure. But recent discoveries have changed everything. Data from NASA's Juno spacecraft suggests the core may not be solid at all. Instead, it may be a vast, fuzzy mixture of rock, ice, and metallic hydrogen blended together over millions of kilometers. In other words, there may never be a moment when you finally reach the ground. Long before you reached the center, the pressure would become millions of times greater than Earth's atmosphere. No material ever built by humans could survive it. Your journey wouldn't end with an impact. It would end with pressure, heat, and physics itself slowly destroying everything. Yet despite its terrifying nature, Jupiter has played an extraordinary role in the history of our solar system. Its immense gravity has shaped the paths of countless asteroids and comets. Some were pulled away from Earth. Others were redirected inward. Without Jupiter, our solar system might look completely different. The story of Earth, and perhaps the story of humanity, could have unfolded in another way. The next time you see Jupiter through a telescope, remember, you're not looking at a giant version of Earth. You're looking at an alien world where the very rules of matter begin to change. Some places aren't meant to be visited. They're meant to remind us how extraordinary our own planet really is. Every discovery has a story, and every story begins with a question. Subscribe to Curious Theory, where curiosity becomes knowledge. Until next time, stay curious.